Here's my vision. We open a coffee shop. We get good quality stuff, maybe some Krigler coffee, maybe some coffee brand coffee. Then we sell the cup of coffee at a price that is comparable or competitive with the Starbucks that will be right across the street. Better quality stuff. And instead of taking big profits from the store for myself, I'll just kick it back to the employees. Because like I said, I don't care to run a coffee shop. It's not my dream to be a coffee shop owner. It is my dream to stick it to these woke corporations that have sacrificed the safety of their employee for politics.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and it could be happening. The Beanie and the Beardy could be teaming up to take on Starbucks. Now, Tim mentioned this morning while covering the Starbucks story, he beat me to press. I'm not mad about it. Tim's allowed to do his job, but it did make me a little sad that he beat me to this story. But Starbucks, for years, has virtue signaled about anybody can use our bathrooms. All the bums can come in, or homeless people can come in and use in the bathroom and sleep in the bathroom and make our customers who are paying $9 for a latte feel uncomfortable. Well, turns out people who pay $9 for a latte in highly inflated times don't want to be surrounded by criminals. Now, I'm not disparaging the homeless. I mean, I think it's a real tragedy in this country. I know that first of all, a huge section of them are addicts or have mental health issues that need more resources and need more time. Maybe $40 billion that we sent overseas to who knows who could have helped with that. Would have much rather seen that. Take $40 billion, build some facilities to help the homeless, to help them get back on their feet. This is a forgotten group of people in this country that is most likely in the hundreds of thousands of people that are homeless or one paycheck away from being homeless. And so I don't mean to disparage them. But what's interesting about it is Starbucks decided to virtue signal about it and talk about how, well, their open door policy is great. Well, as of today, they're closing a bunch of stores, and the reason is, well, as expected. Now, Tim brings up a pretty good idea here. Let's see.
Here's my vision. We open a coffee shop. We get good quality stuff, maybe some Krigler coffee.
Maybe
some coffee brand coffee.
That would be better.
Then we sell the cup of coffee at a price that is comparable or competitive with the Starbucks that will be right across the street.
I like
Better quality stuff. And instead of taking big profits from the store for myself, I'll just kick it back to the employees. I'll show them exactly how much we're making, and I'll say, if the store makes $1 million, I'm just going to split that up amongst the employees based on position. The manager will get a little higher percentage than the assistant manager, than the employees, but everybody will see a cut of that profit at the end of the month.
I like
and
it.
A small amount of that profit will go into a bank account that will be used as a buffer. If there's a, let's just say, a stormy period where sales are going down, well, then we want to make sure everyone's getting paid. And that's what that buffer in the bank account will be for.
I agree. And listen to this. I'll say it here, loud, proud, and stand behind it. Coffee Brand Coffee would be happy to provide all of the beans, cocoa, and teas that you need to run these stores at cost. How's that sound? We will sell our beans, teas, and cocoas as a wholesale product for Tim's stores, and so that he can maximize profit. That's all I ask. I don't ask for nothing, actually. I'll just make it happen. Now, if these people want to, pick up on the side a little bit, from the website or something, and they can buy from Coffee Brand Coffee, but they don't have to. I'm happy to do it. Volume, lots of great things happen with volume. Lots of great business happen with volume. I'm very blessed on YouTube, just like Tim is, to have a very large and financially supportive audience. In fact, the K-Cup pre-orders at coffeebrandcoffee.com are going amazing. We're almost, 2/3 of the way to our goal already in like 3 days. People are ordering those K-Cups. We've got everything sent out. Boxes are getting printed. Packages are getting printed right now. They're going to be awesome. People are picking up our regular coffee today. There are our organic teas, our hot cocos. That money could go directly into subsidizing, providing Tim's coffee store. How about Beard and Beanie blends? The Beard and Beanie, or Beanie and Beards. Beanie and Beards. He can be first on it. I'd be fine with that. All this, of course, Starbucks to close 16 stores because of crime and rampant use. Now, this is the public bathrooms thing, I think, is getting to a situation where more and more people don't want to provide it. Even where I live in a small town, a lot of people think, addicts, for example, are a big city problem. They're absolutely not. They're all over the place. I live in a small town, and there was several issues of people, injecting things in the gas station bathroom. And I live in the burbs. People out here are addicted to pills. They're addicted to that. I mean, just as much as they are in the big city. Maybe because we have, fewer people, there's fewer overall, but it affects our community too. And Starbucks went out of their way to say, we have an open bathroom policy. This comes with a heavy cost, study finds. This was back in 2019, 18 months after a quote-unquote racial incident in Philadelphia led Starbucks to institute an official policy to open its U.S. coffee house and bathrooms to anyone, regardless of whether or not they make a purchase. So they virtue signal this, right? A study finds that Seattle Giant may be paying a big price for its pledge to be a third place for, quote, all people. Monthly visits to Starbucks dropped 6.8% compared with other nearby coffee shops after the open bathroom policy was put into place in May 2018. According to a joint study released Tuesday by academics, remember this article is a little older. We're going to get to where we're at today. From the business schools at University of Texas, Dallas, and Boston College, the study conducted in collaboration with the data company Safegraph examines aggregate and anonymous cell phone location data for more than 10 million devices between January 2017 and October 2018. Remember that when you're carrying your cell phone around. It covers nearly 10,800 U.S. Starbucks locations and measures them against other cafes and restaurants nearby. The decline in visits to Starbucks is large and significant, the 43-page report says. Starbucks, of course, disagreed with the find, saying, quote, as evidenced by our earnings report, customers are visiting us in record numbers. Well, you could also just increase prices. U.S. comparable stores in the fiscal year through September 29th jumped 5%, including a 3% increase in average spending and a 2% gain in the number of comparable transactions that indicate traffic, Starbucks said in October. Well, yeah, you just increase prices, right? And it's time of year, it does matter. But as the economy tightens up, as, gas, I just filled up my truck. Yes, it took 31 gallons. It was pretty low. It's a 36-gallon tank. But it was $170-something. $170. I mean, yes, I don't drive that much, so it's not like that crazy. I mean, it's huge, but I fill up once a month, maybe. But that's still $200 a month in gasoline. And do you think that I'm going to be as interested in also then picking up a $7 latte on my way to work every day if I'm driving in and out? No. That's why more people are turning to brewing at home. I'll tell you what, people that drink coffee brand coffee are doing their French presses, and I think Bering just told me, he said that he loved it. Like, it's the best coffee he's ever had. He just used they call it a plunger. I assume he meant French press. But there's great options out there that don't cost you $7 a cup. Starbucks now to close 16 U.S. stores because of crime and rampant usage. Starbucks is shuttering 16 store locations nationwide after store managers reported a surge in substance use among customers and outsiders, as well as an increase in crime in certain areas. 6 Starbucks locations will be closed in the company's hometown of Seattle, and 6 more will be shuttered in LA metro area. 2 Starbucks restaurants will cease operating in Portland, Oregon. What does Seattle, Portland, and LA have in common? Can we figure perhaps something they have in common? Store managers have complained to company executives that employees have not felt safe amid a surge of bad behavior, thefts, and usage in each and around each location. The company responded by giving store managers discretion to deny free access to the store's bathrooms, which are open to the public per corporate policy. Last month, Starbucks interim CEO Howard Schultz said the company was, quote, rethinking its open bathroom policy due to mounting concerns about public safety. There is an issue of just safety in our stores. Imagine that, not feeling safe in a store where you're paying $7 for a latte. I don't really know if it's $7. I don't drink Starbucks. I mean, it's not like I've never had it, but I feel like it was like $5 or $6 maybe back in the day. So I don't know. But it's not cheap. It's not anywhere near as affordable as delicious coffee brand coffee. Managers would also have greater leeway in rearranging and seating layouts and even adjusting the hours of operation in order to address employee safety concerns. How about this? How about you just don't let people use in your bathrooms? How about you say, what happened to you got to buy something to use the facilities? You know, whatever happened to that? I feel like that was a thing. Not anymore, I guess. I don't know. I always thought you had to at least go and buy a pack of gum or something like that, right? Seattle has seen a surge in both terrible crime and property crime. Crime on people, crime on property, since the onset of the COOF. Is that what it is? I don't see that surge of that in my city. What do you think that it might be? Seattle, Portland, and LA. Didn't Portland just recently decriminalize all things, all substances? By the way, I kind of support that in general, but you can't just as a business, let people come in and be like filling their veins in your bathrooms in front of a mom and her kid trying to have a chai latte. 2 of the stores in Seattle that are closing have been unionized, while one in Portland has petitioned to unionize. I wonder why Starbucks chose those locations. Starbucks workers at more than 130 locations nationwide had voted to unionize, with scores others are in the process of doing so. There are more than 9,000 locations in the United States. It took Starbucks a very long time to figure out what common sense told all of us a long time ago. So Tim, you've got my number. I'm ready. I'm ready for some delicious coffee brand. I'll supply whatever you need, buddy. If you want to make your dream come true. And I appreciate all my viewers trying out my coffee, tea, or cocos. Over 1,000 5-star reviews now, and they keep flowing in. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.